Hi guys, I just thought I would do something of a tutorial on what exactly that I do when I'm mixing my music and things. I'm going to go through some of the things that I do with my drum machine, which is called Acoustica Beatcraft, and also show you some of the things that I do when I'm creating and mixing my music in Adobe Audition. Okay, well first off I'd like to mention that I just bought a new mic on eBay. It's a, what is it called? Let's see, an Audio Technica USB condenser mic. It's actually a lot better than my old mic that I had. So my old mic was a piece of shit, little $25 Radio Shack dynamic mic. Anyway, this one's a lot better. I hope you can tell by the way I sound right now. Let's see. Oh, also, if any of you were ever wondering how exactly people record their screens like this, they actually do it with a screen capture program. I'm using one called Camtasia Studio. Let's see. I'll get you a link here. It's called Camtasia. Spell it like that. I guess I'll put a link in the description or whatever. Alright, first off I guess I'll go into Beatcraft. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Beatcraft before, but it's actually a handy little tool to make your own drum beats without actually having to have a drum set or any kind of drumming skill. I mean, I do have some drumming skill, but I'm not a drummer by any means, so it's actually kind of convenient to have. Alright, I'm not going to be creating a new project, but these are just some of the things that you go through. Your tempo, of course. It has a layout where it goes however many measures per pattern, and of course you can have your beats and steps per measure. I usually go 4, 4, 4. 4 measures per pattern and 4 of the others per measure. So here's your different kits that come standard that you can make. They have different kinds of drum sounds. But anyway, like I said, I'm not making a new project, so I'm just going to open an existing one. Let's see, leave out all the rest. It's my latest cover. I'm going to be uploading that hopefully soon once I get my video made for it. Okay, now here's your basic layout. I actually added a kit to it because it uses some stranger type of drums that are not in the rock and blues kit that I usually use, as you can see right here. Just a second. Anyway, basically what you're gonna do, see all these things right here, these are all patterns. I have my intro, second intro, which is this right here. I'll play it for you. Now in the song I actually modified that because in the intro of it it's supposed to be loud, or not loud, I mean low, and it's supposed to sound, you know, kind of as if it were coming out of a small radio or something. But anyway, this is just the raw drum form. Then you have the verse, and it looks basically the same except you have your cymbals and everything up here. Oh, and you can go all the way across. As you can see, there are, let's see, here's where the first measure starts, and then it ends right here. Starts the second measure, and it goes all the way. I have 4 measures per pattern. So each one of these boxes, since there are 4 steps in a beat, and there are 4 beats per measure, there are going to be 4 of these little boxes in each beat. They're called steps, and each step can have 1 drum beat in it, or one of each type. And the speed is going to depend on your tempo and your steps settings. Basically the more steps you put per beat, the faster it's going to be. There's a lot of things that you can do with Acoustica Beatcraft. You can only go up to 200 tempo, but because of the step settings and everything, you can actually gain an effect where we're almost as if it were faster than 200 tempo. Okay, so that's Acoustica Beatcraft. You could figure it out on your own after that. The only other things I could show you is, say, the kit libraries. You know, you have all your different kinds of drums in here. You could just go through it yourself. And you have your sequencer down here, which is where you put all your patterns to go into a sequence, so that you don't have to create each pattern separate. So or render each pattern separate. Goes all the way down the line up until the last chorus, the outro. And if you want to render your sequence, you go here and you hit render sequence. Gives you all the settings and crap. So that's Acoustica Beatcraft. Now I'm going to go into Adobe Audition and give it a second to load. Computer goes a little slow when I'm running Camtasia software, so bear with me. Yeah, that's really slow. Anyway, I'm going to load my leave out all the rest cover. These are all of my sessions for all of my covers. As you can see, I have some things that I like this. Fine Again by Seether I haven't uploaded to YouTube yet. Once I get around to getting all of my videos for all of my covers that I've done, then I'll start uploading. Okay, so leave out all the rest. I'm just going to adjust my mic here. There we go. Okay, as you can see, I have some things here in my multi-track view. These are the different views. Edit view, which takes you to one specific track. And multi-track view, which you can view everything that you have together in your sequence. The ones that are gray, they're actually muted. This one and this one are actually vocal tracks that I had done before. I'm not using those anymore, but I don't want to completely delete them from my session because I could have some use for them at a later time. I'm kind of a pack rat, so. But anyway, I did do 2 mono tracks for my vocals. So here are the new vocals that I'm using now for my end release. I muted the the other channel because I'm just going to turn the mono into one channel just like I did here. And this is the instrumental. So basically what we have here is a bunch of different tracks that I use for my vocals. These, where you see them cut off, these are actually all different tracks. I record parts of my vocals so that I don't have to strain myself to, go into a chorus or whatever. Sometimes, if I've been trying over and over again to get my vocal right. Sorry, I'm coughing so much. I smoke too much. If I have to try over and over again, sometimes my voice gets a little strained. So I actually just record one part of it, and I'll stop and record the next part, so on and so forth. So, what I generally do is I record a part, and what you do is you'll double click on one of the tracks to bring it into edit view, or you could simply click it to highlight it and then click this button up here, edit view. And what you do is you're going to pick what parts you want to edit. Basically, you can just double click anywhere and it'll turn it all white, which means it's all selected, and go up here to effects, and you have all kinds of different effects that you can use. I liked mastering effects for my vocals. I use this one, subtle clarity, and I use warm concert hall to give it sort of a very light reverb, because I don't like heavy reverb. A lot of the reverb settings in the effects are actually pretty heavy. I don't like the effects that it gives to it. And I also use the graphic equalizer to give presence and clarity. I use this one, lead vocal presence and clarity, and vocal magic. It kind of gives it a, I don't really know what to call it. I guess they call it breath. So, anyway, with those effects that I just mentioned, sorry, my mouse is kind of messed up. Here's how the track sounds.
I dreamed I was missing. You were so scared, but no one would listen, 'cause no one else cared. After my dreaming, I woke with this fear. What am I leaving when I'm done here? So if you're asking me, I want you to know.
And that's how the track sounds without the instrumental. With just those effects on it. I believe, no, I can't undo, so the effects that are on the tracks right now are there forever unless I want to redo the tracks. I was going to try to undo my effects to show you what they sound like without effects. So, but I can't, I guess. But I'm sure you know what it sounds like without effects. But anyway, there are several effects. There's actually a handy little tool that, say for example, you had just made a track and you left a little bit of silence in the beginning of the track, and that silence had the the noise from outside things, like I'm sure you can hear in the background. My computer fan is actually very loud right now because my processor's having problems. So if I had something like that, I could just go to effects. I could, well, first highlight every bit of it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. What am I talking about? You would highlight, let's just say that this is noise right here. It's really not. I mean, it kind of is, but it's really not. Just highlight the noise that you have without your vocal, and go to restoration and capture noise reduction profile. When you do that, what it'll do is it'll take what you have highlighted and it'll say, okay, this is noise that we're going to want to remove. So once you do that, go to effects, go to restoration, click on noise reduction process. See, this right here shows that it's an extreme amount of noise. So if I reduced it, it's not going to sound very good. I'll show you because I can undo it, so I'll show you what it'll sound like. You've already heard the original version, so.
I dreamed I was missing. You were so scared.
See how it kind of distorts it? It's because there's too much noise. So that's why you always want to try to reduce the amount of noise in the room that you're recording in as much as possible before you record, because noise reduction can actually come in handy, but it's not going to completely eliminate all noises without distorting your track if the noises are too loud. So you only want to use it if it's just a subtle amount of noise that isn't too prominent, so it can remove that without being too distorted. Alright, well, I think I'm probably getting a bit too long on my video, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like my videos. Go check out some of my other ones, and I hope to have a lot more covers up soon when I get around to making videos for them. Alright guys, thanks for watching.